This is Rosmi V. Blanca, a second-year college student with the course PTVT major in Food Service Management. So for today's video, I'm going to share with you and discuss about how structuralism is a way of approaching text and practices. So without further ado, let's jump to the video. So first, I'm going to discuss what is structuralism, and then I will discuss its way of approaching texts and practices. So, what is structuralism? Structuralism is the intellectual movement and philosophical orientation often associated initially with the Western discourses of Levi-Strauss, Marx, and Althusser, for example, who claimed to analyze and examine invariant structures in and constitutive of nature, society, and human psyche. So now let's dig deeper. Structuralism is a way of approaching texts and practices that is derived from the theoretical work of Swiss linguist Ferdinand de Saussure. Its principal exponents are French, such as Louis Althusser in Marx theory, Roland Barthes in literary and cultural study, Michael Foucault in philosophy and history, Jacques Lacan in psychoanalysis, Claude Levi-Strauss and in anthropology, and Pierre Macquarie in literary theory. Their work is often very different and at the time very difficult. So now, Ferdinand de Saussure divides language into two components parts, the signifier and signify. Saussure is a relational theory of language, meaning is produced not through a one-to-one relations to things in the world, but by establishing differences. On the other hand, Saussure makes another distinction that has proved essential to the development of structuralism. This is the division of language into langue and parole. This is the langue refers to the system of language, the rules and convention that organize it, while parole refers to the individual utterance and individual use of language. Moreover, structuralism takes two basic ideas from Saussure works. The first one is concerned with the underlying relations of text and practices, the grammar, that makes meaning possible. Second is the view that meaning is always the result of the interplay of relationships, of selection and combination made possible by underlying structure. In other words, texts and practices are studied as analogous of language.
Claude Levi-Strauss uses Saussure to help him discover the unconscious foundation of culture of so-called primitive societies. He analyzes cooking, manners, moods of dress, aesthetic, activity, and other forms of cultural and social practices as analogous to system of language, which in its different way is a mode of communication, a form of expression. He claims that beneath the vast heterogeneity of myths, there can be discovered a homogeneous structure. In short, he argues that individual myths are examples of parallel articulation of an underlying structure or no. By understanding this structure, we shall be able to truly understand the meaning, operational value, Levi-Strauss of particular myth. Post-structuralist Barthes 1977 insists that a text is a multidimensional space in which a variety of writings, none of them original, blend and religion. Ethics is a work seen as inseparable from the active process of its many readings. Jacques Derrida. Post-structuralism is a virtually synonymous with the work of Jacques Derrida. The sign, as we noted already, is for Saussure made meaningful by its location in a system of differences. Saussure's models of difference is spatial, in which meaning is made in relation between signs that are locked together in a self-regulating structure. Derrida's model of difference, however, is both structural and temporal, meaning depends on structural difference but also on temporal relations of before and after. For Derrida, the binary opposition, so important to structuralism, is never a simple structural relation. It is always a relation of power, in which one term is in a position of dominance with regard to another. Black and white